Kanayo went to Shibuzo's palm wine store, where the men of the village usually sit out to have a drink of palm wine after the day's job. As he sat, he noticed that the people who were there before he got to the store began covering their nose and started leaving one after the other. Kanayo left the Dibia's hut angrily that evening. When he returned home, instead of meeting Princess Aduri at home, he met Chika. Surprised, Kanayo asked when she returned and how she was able to gain access into his house. Welcome to Iyagba's Epic Tales. Once upon a time, there lived a young man named Kanayo. Kanayo was tall, strong, muscular, and very good looking. However, he was very poor. His father was poor and Kanayo grew up to experience hardship. Despite how much he toiled and tried, things seemed not to work out for him and his family. Kanayo's mother was late, so it was just him, his father, and his younger brother that lives in their tiny shabby huts. Now, because of Kanayo's good looks, many women liked him and desired to have him. I wish he was not so poor. My father would not give my hand in marriage to a man who could barely afford one square meal, one young maiden said to her friend. It is such a pity. I wish I had my own money. Then I wouldn't mind marrying him because I will gladly offer Kanayo my own money so he could marry me, the friend said. Well, it was not only this maiden that thinks this way. There were many other unmarried girls who thought the same, as many of them wondered why the gods would bless a man with extreme good looks and not bless him with wealth. Kanayo was also a timid young man. His status made him lack the guts to approach any maiden for marriage. Well, he had tried to in the past and was in love with a girl, but because he was so poor, the girl was given to another man in marriage, and that broke Kanayo the more. And from that time, Kanayo lost the will to speak about marriage, at least not until he's able to change his status. Now, there was a rich unmarried woman in the village. Her name was Chika. Chika was 34 years old and considered quite old to be still unmarried by everyone. When Chika was much younger and about 26 years old years ago, she had fallen in love with a man who promised to marry her. But the man betrayed her and married some other girl he claimed he truly loves and confessed that he was only with Chika because of her money. Chika's family runs a big timber business and they are the wealthiest family in the village. After her father's death, Chika, being a smart woman, took after the business and ran it successfully. So, it was this wealth the man had wanted to take advantage of. After getting betrayed by the man she had truly loved, Chika refused to accept any other man into her life again for many years. But now, Chika was beginning to fall for Kanayo also. She had taken a liking for him the day he went to seek for the job of a laborer in one of her timber sites. More mature and bold now, Chika approached Kanayo and proposed marriage to him. She does not mind if he's with her for her money, as all she wanted was to have young and handsome Kanayo to herself. Kanayo's father got to know about Chika's interest in his son. My son, you have to take advantage of this golden opportunity. I don't want you to end up like I did, he said. Kanayo's father told him of how he got the opportunity to marry a girl from a rich home years ago when he was also a young man, but that because he was so much in love with Kanayo's mother, he turned down the proposal. He lamented that he remained a poor man all his life, and maybe things would have changed for good for him if he had married the girl from the rich home years ago. "My son, I do not want you to make the same mistake I made," Kanayo's father said. "But even if I want to listen to you, father, Chika is older than I am. I am only 29 and Chika is 34 years old," Kanayo said, objecting to the idea his father just gave him. But his father asked him to ignore the age difference and focus on the wealth and change in status he will get after he must have gotten married to Chika. Kanayo eventually listened to his father and started dating Chika. He started living well, and he was able to provide 3 square meals for his father and younger brother with the help of Chika. They made plans to get married, and a date was fixed for the marriage ceremony. 3 weeks to the day of Kanayo and Chika's marriage, a strange young maiden came to the village. She was from Benin Kingdom and had come on a visit to Kanayo's village. She wore very expensive beads and had maids and guards. This maiden also liked Kanayo. Immediately she set her eyes on him. She started showering Kanayo and his family with some of the gifts she had brought with her and some money. The strange woman's name was Isoke. Kanayo learnt that Isoke is the daughter of a wealthy chief that rules one of the villages in the Great Benin Kingdom. She was also very beautiful and looked different from the girls in Kanayo's village, and Kanayo fell in love with her immediately. Aside her wealth, Isoke was also younger and at about 24 years old, and Kanayo wanted her the more for this reason. "Father, Isoke is richer than Chika, and most importantly younger and a better option. The reason you wanted me to marry Chika is because of her wealth. Isoke is far richer, so let me marry her instead. After all, I will get to be with the one I love and still get the money," Kanayo told his father. And so, few days before the scheduled marriage between Chika and himself, Kanayo broke the engagement. Chika was devastated. She had been dumped again twice in her life by the men she cared for, even when she had offered love to the first one and then money to the latter. Unable to bear the shame, Chika left their family business for her mother and her younger sister and decided to leave the village to go start a new life in another village. Now, Kanayo's excitement was short-lived and met with disappointment as Isoken's father refused to give his daughter to Kanayo. Nothing that was said by both Kanayo's kinsmen and Isoken's uncles made Isoken's father change his mind. Kanayo returned to his village dejected. "But I look presentable now and have some money with me. Why did Isoken's father not want me to marry his daughter?" he lamented. He decided to lick his wound and chose to go back to Chika to go apologize to her. But he was told that Chika had left the village. Kanayo realized that he had lost the gold he had while trying to chase pebbles. He wondered if he would ever get such opportunity again and ever be wealthy in his life. Well, weeks later, Kanayo believed that he was lucky and was indeed blessed by the gods when a young princess from a village called Uzala, Princess Aduri, came visiting and fell in love with Kanayo also. Uzala village is 4 villages away from Kanayo's village, and it is the most blessed, fruitful and wealthiest village amongst the other neighboring villages. Not wanting to miss any more opportunity as it could be his last, Kanayo accepted to marry Princess Aduri when she told him how much she likes him and would be happy if he becomes her husband. And also, because she was the heir to the throne of Uzala Kingdom, Kanayo would become a future king if he did marry her. So, he grabbed the opportunity. The marriage ceremony between Kanayo and Princess Adure happened very fast. After the marriage ceremony, Princess Adure asked that they stay a while in Kanayo's village for 2 years at least, so that she would get to know her husband's people more before finally leaving for Uzala Kingdom, where Kanayo would become its future king. Kanayo gloried in his new status. His peers and other men envied him and considered him truly lucky and blessed by the gods. At every gathering, he was given due honor accordingly, and Kanayo attended much gatherings as possible, as he claimed that he would not have time to do this when he finally leaves for Uzala Kingdom and become its king. One evening, Kanayo went to Shibuzo's palm wine store, where the men of the village usually sit out to have a drink of palm wine after the day's job. As he sat, he noticed that the people who were there before he got to the store began covering their nose and started leaving one after the other. Now, this was not the first time this was happening. In the weeks prior to that, they would cover their nose whenever he was around and move further from him. And when he asked what the issue was, nothing, they would mumble while covering their nose. Kanayo would have believed that it was nothing, but this kept happening whenever he got to any gathering lately, and it bothered him. Immediately the men stood up to leave because of him. "You smell so bad and like a corpse, and we cannot keep quiet about it anymore. At first, we thought it was a body odor you had developed, but this is becoming too much," his father and younger brother told him one day. This was no ordinary, as Kanayo was never known to have any body odor in the past, and much more now that he now smells so bad like a corpse. And so they decided to visit a dibia, a chief priest, for a solution. My son, you have been living and sleeping with a corpse. That is why you smell like one," the dibia said. Kanayo was confused. How? Why would he do such when he is still in his right senses, he said. Upon further consultation, the dibia revealed that Kanayo's wife, Princess Adure, was a ghost and a corpse. Kanayo laughed hard, as he would not believe what the dibia just told him. How can Princess Adure, his own Princess Adure, be a corpse? Kanayo left the dibia's hut angrily that evening. When he returned home, instead of meeting Princess Adure at home, he met Chika. Surprised, Kanayo asked when she returned and how she was able to gain access into his house. And then Chika began to laugh, as a spirit would, and the atmosphere in the room also changed in that instant. Kanayo felt a cold wind all over his body, but yet he still felt hot inside him. "Now that you've known the truth, I want you to know that you are mine forever, and I have come to take you with me," Chika said, still laughing. Scared, Kanayo ran back to the dibia's hut as fast as he could immediately. When he got there, upon revelation by the gods, it was revealed that on the week Chika left the village after she was left heartbroken by what Kanayo did to her, she was attacked by some deadly armed robbers as she was all alone. They stole all she was with, killed her, and left her body in the bush. Chika's troubled spirit blames Kanayo for what happened to her, and now it is Chika's ghost that has returned as Princess Adure to take Kanayo with her to the land of the dead. So, it was not the real princess of Uzala Kingdom that came and married Kanayo. And the kinsmen and people from Uzala Kingdom that were present in their marriage ceremony were no real people, but other ghosts who had assisted Chika. To appease Chika's spirits, Kanayo was told to go get some soil from the spot Chika's body was dumped and bury the soil in her father's compound. With the help of the gods, Kanayo was able to locate the spot Shika's body was dumped, and he did as he was told. At the end of everything, Kanayo returned back to his former poor status, as there was no Chika, Isoke, Princess Adure, or any other wealthy woman for him to marry and make his way out of poverty. He realized that one can only truly work his way out of poverty by diligent hard work and by the mercies of God. The end. I hope you enjoyed the story and have learned a thing or two from it. I would love to know. Please leave a comment. Thank you for watching and see you in our next video. Bye.